This is Scott the Fix It Guy. Today we're dealing with a Frigidaire gas oven that won't bake, it won't ignite, it won't heat up. So we're going to be changing the igniter. So first thing, let's unplug it or turn off the breaker. Make sure we don't have power going to it. We're going to pull out these racks. They just pull straight out towards you. It's just a little cookie sheet. Just going to lift up a little bit at the end to get them out. And then we're going to remove a couple of standard head screws in the back left and back right corners. That's holding on the bottom plate. And once we get the bottom plate off, we'll have pretty good access to the igniter. So we're just going to loosen it up a little bit with the standard head screw, and then we're going to spin them out. They're kind of long screws, they're about an inch long, inch and a half. They should come right out. And then we'll grab the bottom plate near the back and we'll lift it up to about 45 degrees, and then we can pull the front out of the lip. So we lift it and then pull out the front lip. There we go. We got the plate out. And then this rusty looking thing is the heat deflector. We have one little nut holding it on, so we loosen it with the pliers, spin off the nut, and just lift the heat deflector off. And then we have the burner tube, our Venturi tube, and the igniter sitting right in front of us. And we got to remove a couple of 1/4 inch screws that are holding on the old igniter. One way you can make sure it's the igniter before replacing it is when you turn it to bake, you should hear the controller at the top have a little bit of a clicking sound, a relay sound, and that's sending power down to the igniter. But if the igniter is weak, it won't light up. So we're going to spin off the old igniter, 2 1/4 inch screws. Sometimes you can put a little oil on the threads to make it come off easier. Then I'm going to cut those wires off the old igniter, and then I'll be splicing in new wires from the new igniter. There's the old one. They last about maybe 8 years. And then here's the new one. It's a Frigidaire Electrolux, and we're going to pull it out. It comes with 2 ceramic wire nuts, which are really cool. They can get very hot and they won't melt. And these wires are already spliced. I'm just going to spin them so that they aren't frayed at the end. And then I'm going to strip off the wire that brings power to the igniter. There's 2 wires. I'll strip off about a 1/4 inch of the insulation off both of those wires. And then you can hook either one of those wires up to either igniter wire. There's no polarity issue. Either way is going to be fine. It won't short circuit, it won't cause any trouble. So either igniter wire to either of the oven power wires. So we're going to put those 2 together, and then we're going to tighten the ceramic wire nut on there as tight as it'll go, righty-tighty. We'll do that with the other wire also. Just make sure you have a really tight connection. And then we just need to put the igniter back onto the Venturi tube with the 2 1/4 inch screws. So we're going to zip those in. So this repair actually is pretty fast. You'll probably be done within 20 minutes. And you can get these igniters for $30-40 bucks. We're going to show the part number for this here at the end of the video. So I'm just going to tuck away those wires, kind of get them out of the way so they're not interfering with the broiler pan. I'm going to set it for bake, and then we're going to watch the igniter. Within about 60 seconds, we should see it start to glow hotter and hotter, eventually from red to orange to yellow to white hot, and then we should see the gas flow in and ignite. So it should be within about a minute. There we go. There's our ignition. Nice blue flame. So it's going to bake really good again. It's going to light quickly. There's going to be no gas smell. And that's how easy it is to do that repair. Also allows it to bake more evenly. So once it cools off here, we turned it off, we're going to put the heat deflector back on. And we'll put that little nut back on there too to hold it. Those heat deflectors are usually really rusty, but that's okay. They don't really, the rust doesn't really cause any trouble. They're just used to dissipate the heat so that the heat doesn't go straight up in the very middle of the oven, but spreads it out. So tighten that up, and then we'll put in the bottom plate. We're going to come in at 45 degrees. Back is up 45 degrees so we can get the front lip in there, and then we'll set it down. We'll take those two screws and spin them in by hand, and then we'll tighten them up with the standard head screwdriver. This is one of the easier of different appliance repairs and very satisfying because you get your oven working pretty quick. And we're just going to put, oh, here's the part number for this. Is a generic bake and broil igniter for most gas ovens. The GE ovens are a little bit different, but most of them use this flat igniter. The GE oven uses a round igniter. So we're just going to put the racks back in, put in the cookie sheet, close the door, and we'll take it up to 350 degrees to make sure that it's heating evenly and correctly. Set the temperature. If you ever want to see how it's doing, you can remove the broiler pan and kind of look up in, and you'll see the flame. So here's a broiler pan. We can see the igniter glowing, and there we have a nice blue flame. All right, great. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. Watching our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. And also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com.